What's up, Browns Pound? It's your boy Kodiak, back with another post-game video reaction. Please excuse my setup today. I'm in the process of making a new studio for me to record these videos in. So everything's kind of makeshift right now, just so I can continue to make videos until I get it finished. Today's loss was absolutely a heartbreaker, to say the least. It was a fucking heartbreaker. I've always said I'd rather get the doors blown off me than to lose a game like that. When you feel like you were the better team and you still lose, it's terrible. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the Seahawks. The Seahawks played a hell of a game, and they're a hell of a team. Russell Wilson is the man. That dude, you can tell he's a veteran now. You know, he's very poised. He understands situational football. You know, he doesn't make the stupid mistakes that Baker makes right now. He just don't. And that's just experience, is what that is. A lot of people are going to hate on Baker Mayfield today. I thought Baker played good. Could he play better? Yeah. But I thought Baker played pretty good. Made some mistakes. They're going to say, well, he's got to throw the ball better. He's got to be more accurate. I agree. But Odell Beckham Jr. is paid a fuck ton of money to catch those balls. Period. If the ball hits you in the hands, you should catch it. You can't expect every pass to be right on the money. If every pass is right on the money, then you and I can just go out there and do it. You and I can just go out there and play pitch and catch. You know, that's what these receivers get paid for. They catch those balls. And that's what they need to do. Callaway, that ball down the sideline, he should have caught that ball. Callaway has a bad habit of trying to let the ball come to him instead of attacking the fucking football. He did it last year, and he's doing it still. He should have caught that ball. If he would have, he turned around on a back shoulder throw. If he would have just lunged, I mean, he had time to stop and pivot. If he would have just lunged, he would have caught it. But he fell back. He just let the ball go to him and come to him, and you just can't do that. Not in this league. You got to attack the football. The one to Hilliard at the end of the game in the fourth quarter. You're going to tell me he shouldn't have caught that ball? I mean, was it a bad throw? Yeah, it was a bad throw. But that ball hit him right in the center of both hands. He had a turn like this. But that ball hit him right in the center of both hands. You got to catch that football, dude. You're a third down running back. That's why they take Chubb out on those downs to bring you in. You're supposed to be the pass catching running back. You got to catch that football, man. You just do. Like I said, I'm not blaming this one on Baker. I thought the play calling was good. I thought Baker played well. I thought Chubb played really well, like always. It was a weird game. We jump out 20-6. Missed the extra point. Jump out 20-6, and then we have the interception where Odell never got across on the slant route. Then there's a block punt, and the defense did their job. They held up, forced them to a field goal. You know, but we just let them climb back in the game. We just like completely stopped our momentum, and we kept killing ourselves. Whether it was penalties by the refs, penalties from, you know, penalties that were the refs' fault or penalties that we inflicted on ourselves. It just got sloppy. And we still went into halftime with the lead, 20-18. The Browns if I look at this from a positive standpoint, the Browns are getting better. They got better today. The offense looked much better. The defense had its moments. I need Myles Garrett to step up there at the end, man. When you need a play, I need Myles Garrett to make a play. I mean, I know he's good, and he had 2 sacks, but when it's time to make a play, I need him to make a play for us. Olivier Vernon sure as fuck ain't doing it. I know he caused that 1 fumble, but that's about the only thing he's done all season. We have our pass rush from our front 4 is not nearly as good as it was expected to be right now. Myles is having a good season, but he's still got a lot to work on. And I love Myles, believe me, I do. And I think Myles would tell you the same thing, that he is capable of wrecking a game, just like Bosa did to us last week, just like Aaron Donald does all the time, just like J.J. Watt has done for years. Myles Garrett has that talent. He has that skill set to do so. Right now, he's getting a sack or 2 a game, but is he dominating a game? Is he that presence right now? I don't think so. He hasn't got to that level yet. He has the talent to do it, but he hasn't got there yet. The refs. Let's talk about the refs for a minute. Look, I'm not one to ever blame the referees for much. I'm not one of them fans that say, "Oh, the refs are out against the Browns." I'm not. I've never have been. But the refs fucked us in the ass hard today with no lube. Dry fucked us. That blindside block call on Jarvis Landry was one of the dumbest ass called penalties I've ever seen in my entire life. How in the fuck do you call that penalty there? I don't know. The pass interference on TJ Carey in the 3rd quarter, when the receiver ran to the corner of the end zone, he reached his arm out and glanced the guy. Barely even touched him. And the receiver didn't even break stride. That's how minimal the contact was. And he still called pass interference. It was like, what the fuck are you looking at? The refs, I'm not going to say they were out against us today, but they hurt us for sure. It was just the whole game, man. I'm still kind of lost for words right now. I'm pissed off because I felt like we should have won that game. We were there. The game was there for us to take. We needed that game. You know, we needed that going into the bye. We needed to be 3-3. Now we got a chance. Now we got a real strong possibility we're going to be looking at 2-5. 2-5 after we get out of New England after the bye. I'm not saying we can't beat New England, because I think we can, because I don't think New England is as good as they've looked. If that makes any sense. Their record, I don't think they're as good as their record says. Even though they say, well, you are what your record is. New England, I think, offense still hasn't found its way. They've played fucking nobody besides the Bills. And that was a 1-possession game. So I think the Browns have a chance. But you got to pretty much think that the Browns are going to lose that game. You just do. You're going into Foxborough. Who knows how we're going to respond after a bye week? Some teams respond well. Some teams look like they stayed on vacation during the game. Hopefully our team comes out to whip ass, because we need to win it. I mean, if you go 2-5, that making the playoffs in, that's tough. Now, I know we're in a weak division. We are. I don't think Baltimore is anything special. I don't think Pittsburgh is. We know Pittsburgh's not. Cincinnati, they're done. The Browns' second half of the schedule lightens up. But are you going to bank on the Browns winning out their next after New England? You think they're just going to win out? I mean, you can't bank on that. This is the NFL. Should they win the majority of those? Yes. But you can't bank on them to win all those games. It's going to take 9-7 to win this division. I think 10-6, the most, but probably 9-7. And I can see the Ravens and the Browns possibly both finishing 9-7. The Browns need to win that game against Baltimore when they play again. That way they can have the tiebreaker on them. I'm not completely how do I say this? I'm not completely upset about today's game and the fact that there is some good things to take out of it. I thought the offense was close. Like I said, I thought the offense was very close to looking like what we expected it to. They got Odell involved. They got Chubb involved. They got Jarvis involved. Callaway caught a couple balls. Rashard Higgins was still... Did he even play? I mean, I was surprised that, his number wasn't called. But can't make everybody happy. Seals-Jones. Hey, Ricky Seals-Jones, man, he's making David Njoku looking like we don't really need him that much. Now, David is a special talent, but he has a lot of inconsistencies himself. So, Ricky Seals-Jones has filled in nicely, in my opinion. He's doing exactly what David would do. So, I don't think we're missing much there right now. But just imagine when David does come back. And when Kareem Hunt comes back. We always forget about Kareem Hunt. I forget about Kareem Hunt all the time. But if we can't figure out how to use all those weapons, it doesn't really matter who we have on the field. This team is going to be okay if, this is a big if, they can stick together. They got to stick together. They can't start pointing fingers. They got to look at this game and they got to come away from this game with a positive feeling that they're almost right there. Just got to clean up a couple things. That's what the Browns need to come out of this feeling like. If they can do that, I think we're going to be okay. Baker Mayfield's accuracy issues is just mechanics. That's all it is. And I know he'll get it corrected. Like I said in my last video, Baker is going to struggle. He's going to have good games and he's going to have bad games. He'll probably have more interceptions than touchdowns this year. That's the way it's looking. I really don't care about that. As long as he improves. After this year, Baker is going to seen everything that any defense is going to throw at him for the most part. And then I believe next year he'll be fine. But he's just got to continue, keep his nose down, and grind. I don't know. I like I said, I'm kind of in my feelings right now. Part of me wants to snap and just go off the handle. Part of me says, could have been a lot worse. But a loss is a loss. And I'm not happy. I'm never satisfied with losing. You think after 30-something years, I would learn to live with it by now. But I can't. I really don't have a lot else to say right now. I'm going to go pick up some dinner for the family and think about this one a little more. The game just ended. And then I'll probably make another video. But until then, keep your head up. We need to keep our heads up. Stick together. Go Browns. And I appreciate all of you. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you could. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'll continue to make the videos either way. See you soon. Peace.